The Swiss psychologist and psychiatrist Carl Gustave Jung, in his scientific writings, described a theory that is not so familiar to many of us in describing the translation of people's dreams into reality. He had his own interesting idea of how people achieve their goals. The fairy tale story of the Cinderella is often repeated in reality as well. Biographies of many celebrities amaze with incredible facts of transformation, when people from the lowest levels achieved incredible success. Such lucky people are called the spoils of fate, believing that all their merits are reduced to the ability to be in the right place at the right time. But it's not that simple. As a rule, most of the lucky ones spend a lot of time and effort to achieve their dreams. Many psychologists believe that dreams become a reality only in the lives of those people who are willing to persevere toward their goal with some effort. Carl Jung, a famous disciple of Sigmund Freud, also agreed with this. He developed the theory of synchronicity, the essence of which is as follows. If a person wants something very much and works towards his goal, then in his fate events leading to its achievement will necessarily occur. And at first glance, these events may seem random and completely unrelated to the dream. But over time, everything will come together as if by itself. That is, what people used to call a miracle will happen. For example, a bank employee dreams of becoming a poet and has been writing poems in secret for a long time. One day he makes a firm decision to show his creations to a real writer, but there is no such person among his buddies. A few days later, the novice poet accidentally meets an experienced writer, and with his help he publishes his first collection. Yes, the meeting with a literary man turned out to be lucky, but not by chance, but a manifestation of synchronicity. After all, it would have been worthless if the poet had not worked on the realization of a dream. The famous Swiss psychologist highlighted the components of success. So, for the mechanism of synchronicity to work, it requires the presence of three important components, completely dependent on the person, the dream, the goal and the work. Dream. It should be the strongest and brightest desire, at the mere mention of which raises the spirits. And it's necessary to think about it without fear. And if nothing comes to mind, it's necessary to ask yourself, what would I do if I had a magic wand? The answer usually comes pretty quickly. Never mind that at this point in life, this dream may not seem feasible. Goal and plan. Clearly articulating a goal and several points regarding its achievement ties the ephemeral desire to reality. In this case, there is no need to think about the means of implementing the dream. Life itself takes care of them. Work. Dreaming and planning are not enough. It is necessary to act. Even if the goal is very far away, you can always make some small step to realize it. That is, having made a decision, it is necessary to begin to act here and now to the best of your ability. For example, dreaming of going to Paris, you can just sit and look at pictures of this wonderful city, but it is better to learn French and know all the nuances of rest in this city. It is likely that after some time, life will give a surprise, plane tickets to the French capital. Carl Jung believed that the universe is favorable to man and always encourages his good intentions. But just having a goal is not enough to make dreams come true. It is important not to lie on the couch, but to act in the right direction. Then circumstances will fold in the most fortunate way. On condition of systematic reconnection of all three components, their synchronization, there will be a so-called miracle. The dream will come true. A series of events, as if accidental, will lead you to the achievement of the cherished goal. And the dream that seemed unattainable will be very close. In addition, Carl Jung identified those aspects of human life, which also play an important role in achieving goals. Sound physical and mental health. These concepts are interrelated. In fact, the famous thinker believed that psychology was the only science capable of saving a person and assessing his state of health. That being said, he did not believe that the primary purpose of psychology was to treat mental disorders. Carl Jung saw it as an instrument of human self-realization, a clear definition of one's goals and self-knowledge. And for him it was as much a key to happiness as physical health. Good relationships. You can read in every guide to happiness that one of its foundations is the quality of your relationships with other people. Living apart from other people is wrong. All people need friendship, security and love. You need to connect with someone, find like-minded people, explore new horizons, learn to care for someone and accept that care yourself, and network. The ability to perceive and generate creative energy, to discover the creator in oneself. Creative individuals put their emotions, creativity, idealism, innovation and mastery into things that appear in their imagination and into what Carl Jung called the collective unconscious. You should be able to appreciate anything that can elevate you, bring you pleasure and make you happy. The same goes for the ability to appreciate nature. We are all children of nature. Every creature and place on our planet can endow you with valuable knowledge. You only need to know where to look. Believe in something good, be it religion or philosophy. According to Carl Jung, happiness and dreams cannot be realized without a spiritual component. Whether it's a religious doctrine or a philosophical trend, believing in something good can be the foundation of your well-being. It gives substance and meaning to every experience, making you feel that the world is far from what it seems. Faith fills your existence with meaning and purpose. Interesting work. Carl Jung talked a lot about how much he wanted to be an archaeologist as a child. Life took him down the path of medicine and then the narrower field of psychiatry. But Carl Jung remained fascinated by history and anthropology and always longed to dig deeper in the many different parts of human study. And he managed to do so by devoting himself to analytical psychology. How interesting your work will be is not always up to you. But if you're able to make the right career decisions, taking into account your goals, then find a job to your liking will be much easier. Socrates once said, "In order to become happy, you must first look inside yourself." In a sense, this coincides with what Carl Jung said. The point is to hear your inner voice. Then you'll feel free to make your life whatever you want it to be. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can support it by liking it, subscribing to the channel, or commenting. Thank you for watching.